morning, I am Aprila Ghising Lama and these are the headlines of the hour. Maoist Center Chair the House says the opposition is not attempting to topple the government. Doubts surface over the stability of the government despite two-thirds majority. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli says Nepal is preparing to strongly table the issue of climate justice at Climate Change Conference COP29 next month in Azerbaijan, Baku. Israel releases footage said to show strikes on Hezbollah underground compound in Lebanon. And Nepal up against India today in the semi-final of SAF Women's Championship. Captain Anjula says today's match will be a real test of defense and goalkeeping. CPN Maoist Center Chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal has clarified the opposition was not trying to topple the government. Addressing an assembly in the capital organized by his party, the former Prime Minister urged the ruling alliance not to be threatened and end up causing more irregularities. Dahal said the ruling alliance had been alarmed at the announcement of the opposition to hold assembly and had interpreted it as an attempt to change the government through the streets. He clarified the assembly was instead for holding the government accountable and to protect republicanism. Dahal also said he had some serious reflections on his own previous collaboration with Nepali Congress and CPN-UML, which he called was a mistake and added it would not happen again.
तपाईहरु भ्रममा हुनुहुन्छ त्यो भ्रम टाल्नुहोस् माओवादीलाई बरु के चिन्ता भएको छ हामीले के समीक्षा गरेका छौं भने तपाईहरु जस्ता पार्टीहरु जो यो देशका दलाल पुँजीपति बिचौलिया र भ्रष्टहरुको प्रतिनिधिका रूपमा रहनु भएको छ हामीले केही समय तपाईहरुसँग सहकार्य गरेर गल्ती गर्यौं भन्ने परेको छ हामीले.
He also opined constitution amendment was just an excuse for the Congress-UML alliance and that the real motive of the partnership was to protect the corrupt. Dahal also announced his party will contest in the next general elections on its own.
हामी तपाईहरुलाई अहिले नै गलत्याउने भनेका पनि छैनौं गर्दैनौं पनि तर तपाईहरुले हाम्रो कुरालाई अस्ति दिएको ज्ञापन पत्रका बुदाहरूलाई मुद्दाहरू जनताको मुद्दाहरूलाई अविरल वर्षबाट भएको जनधनको क्षति त्यसको उद्धार राहत र पुनर्स्थापनाको कामलाई भ्रष्टाचारीहरूलाई जोगाउने षड्यन्त्रपूर्ण क्रियाकलापलाई रोक्नु भएन भने हामीले सुरु गरेको मेरिटोक्रेसी शिक्षामा स्वास्थ्यमा तमाम विषयमा हामीले सुरु गरेका सकारात्मक कामलाई उल्ट्याउँदै जाने त्यो दुस्साहस तपाईहरुले गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ.
Dahal questioned the government on the progress of investigation on fake Bhutanese refugee scam, Giribandhu Tea State and Bal Mandir case among others and said the current alliance was formed to settle these cases rather than probe further. He also said the government that turned out feeble with its work in the recent flood and landslides had been actively looking to replace Deputy Speaker and the Managing Director of Nepal Electricity Authority. He warned the government against such attempts, saying it would cost dearly otherwise. Speaking during the assembly, CPN Maoist Center Vice Chair Narayan Kazi Shrestha said the current government had made a mockery of rule of law. He added the assembly had been called to urge the government to ensure actions are taken against the corrupt as per laws and that investigations are fair. Shrestha clarified the assembly had been called to draw the government's attention towards proper action against the corrupt and ensure fair investigation. It's just a little over 100 days of the government. Leaders of the ruling alliance are having to clarify that the current government is stable. This comes after the street assemblies by opposition parties, including the main opposition Maoist Center. This is, however, not the first time that leaders of the ruling alliance have spoken of the government's stability. Prime Minister Oli himself had stated similar opinion. Even Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba, who only occasionally speaks to the media, had the same statement to share. The current government, including Nepali Congress and CPN-UML alliance, was formed with commitments of reviving the economy, ensure smooth public service delivery, and amendment of constitution. Based on the agreement between the parties, the first 2 years would be led by CPN-UML chair KP Sharma Oli and the remaining by Nepali Congress President Deuba. However, the government of 2/3 majority at the parliament has struggled to attain the goals. The government has yet to begin official discussions on constitution amendment, and the much talked of ordinance for political parties act is still stranded. Meanwhile, few fringe parties in the government have hinted at waging a protest themselves. Amid this scenario, the dispute related to dedicated and trunk lines has been an added issue for the government.
कांग्रेस र एमालेको बलियो सरकार बनिसकेपछि जनताले चाहिँ अपेक्षा पनि के थियो भन्दा चाहिँ यो सरकारले चाहिँ डेलिभरी गर्छ भन्ने अपेक्षा थियो र कांग्रेस र एमाले पनि संविधान संशोधनदेखि सुशासनसम्मका संकल्प र प्रतिबद्धता गरेर सरकारमा आएको थियो। तर जति प्राविधिक र गणितीय रूपमा यो सरकार बलियो छ हैन, त्यसरी यो सरकारले चाहिँ डेलिभरी गर्न सकेको पनि देखिएन र प्राविधिक र गणितीय रूपमा सरकार जति बलियो छ त्यो खालको आत्मविश्वास चाहिँ, त्यो बलियो विश्वास र आत्मविश्वास चाहिँ गणितीय रूपमा बलियो हुँदा हुँदै पनि हैन आत्मविश्वास चाहिँ अलि कमजोर भएको पनि देखिन्छ।
As the country is in the aftermath of disasters, the ruling and the opposition parties must have worked together. However, the opposition has opted for waging a street protest. They have interpreted the actions by the government on cooperatives' case as an act of vengeance.
Largest पार्टीहरु जसको तपाईको झन्डै 2/3 हामी अहिले पनि भनिरहेका छौं 2/3 नजिकको सरकार बनाएको छ वा 2/3 कै सरकार बनाएको छ। त्यस्तो अवस्थामा तपाईको चाहिँ अपोजिसनमा रहेको त अपोजिसन सानो अपोजिसन पो छ त, त्यसकारण अत्ताली हाल्नु पर्ने कुरा पनि होइन। तर जुन खालको असन्तुष्टि तल चुलिँदै गएको छ त्यो असन्तुष्टिलाई तपाईको चाहिँ यदि अब अप्ठ्यारो मतलब सम्बोधन गर्न सक्ने हो भने अप्ठ्यारो त क्रिएट हुन्छ नै। तर त्यो अप्ठ्यारो क्रिएट हुने भनेको अपोजिसनले मात्रै होइन होला, त्यो चाहिँ जन असन्तुष्टको कुराले पनि हुन सक्ने हुन्छ।
While it is natural for the government and the opposition to be at differing positions, the ongoing activities, analysts say, have overshadowed the issues of the public and the state. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has said Nepal will take a lead on advocating for climate change issues ahead of Climate Change Conference COP29 that is slated for next month in Baku, Azerbaijan. Speaking at the National Climate Summit in the capital today, Premier Oli said Nepal had presented its clear stance to the international community previously and would continue to do so in the upcoming event. In the event, Minister for Forest and Environment Ain Bahadur Sai Thakuri said there was a need to work more on climate adaptation sector. He added water sources were drying up, agricultural productivity had gone down, and the snow in Nepal's mountains had been melting due to climate change. Chief Minister of Madhya Province Satish Kumar Singh said general life in the province had been affected due to the impacts of climate change. He emphasized on the need to maintain 10% greenery in all local levels to cope with the impacts. COP29 is slated to begin on November 11 in Azerbaijan's Baku. Nepal is preparing to table the issue of loss and damage at the event.
Public polls.
Here is today's question. Why has the government not conducted monitoring despite skyrocketing prices of vegetables? Your options are A, not in priority, B, middlemen in play, or C, lack of capacity. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. It is time for international news. Israel has released video of strikes on Hezbollah's underground hideout in Lebanon. The Israeli army released footage on Saturday said to show strikes on a Hezbollah underground compound in southern Lebanon. The footage also shows Israeli commanders and soldiers touring an alleged underground facility belonging to the Iran-backed group and showing what they had found inside, including weaponry, ammunition, food, and communication devices.
איתרנו מתחם תת-קרקעי גדול מאוד, כקילומטר וחצי
ששימש את חיזבאללה ורדואן ללחימה והגנה.
Reuters confirmed the location of the footage of strikes from two angles seen from load layouts, nearby buildings and shape of the mountains that matched with satellite imagery of the area. Now, Japanese voters are heading to the polls in a snap election following a disorderly few years for the ruling party, which saw a cascade of scandals, widespread voter apathy and record low approval ratings. The election was announced by Shigeru Ishiba 3 days after he was selected as the leader of the ruling Liberal Democratic Party, before he had been officially sworn in as Prime Minister. The decision was made despite the LDP seeing approval ratings of below 20% earlier in the year, in the wake of a political fundraising corruption scandal. Yet the LDP still remains the strongest contender against opposition parties, which have failed to unite or convince voters they are a viable option to govern. The main opposition party had an approval rating of just 6.6% before parliament was dissolved. A series of scandals has tarnished the ruling party's reputation. Chief among them is the party's relationship with the controversial Unification Church, described by critics as a cult, and the level of influence it had on lawmakers. Then came the revelations of the political funding corruption scandal. Japan's prosecutors have been investigating dozens of LDP lawmakers accused of pocketing proceeds from political fundraising events. Those allegations running into the millions of dollars led to the dissolution of powerful factions, the backbone of the internal party politics.
Sports news.
Nepal are playing against India in the semi-final of SAF Women's Championship. This will be a replay of last edition for the two sides. Nepal had played against India in the semi-final of SAF Women's Championship for the first time in 2022. That play was played in Dasra Stadium and Nepal had stunned India 1-0. Rasmi Ghising's goal in the injury time of first half was decisive.
Crowds cheering Nepal, and then we'll be playing a tough game because it's semi-final. Almost they will be coming well prepared, and we also will be coming well prepared because last 2 years we have failed to qualify for final. So for us it's a great opportunity to play against Nepal in same place again. So we will give our best.
Nepal has remained undefeated in the ongoing tournament. Nepal had played a goalless draw with Bhutan, which was the first draw for Nepal in the tournament's history. However, in the second group stage match, Nepal defeated Maldives 11-0. The Rhinos then defeated Sri Lanka in the last group stage match 6-0 to become group winners. India had defeated Pakistan 5-2 but lost 3-1 to Bangladesh. They had settled as runners-up of Group A. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good day.